The pros and cons of field sales versus telesales when it comes to final expense. You know, it's kind of interesting that I hear so many different people on the internet and on YouTube and on TikTok make comments about one's better than the next. You know, one carries high persistency and the other one doesn't. And it amazes me the comments that are made, and I understand why they're made, because every video that goes out, just like this one, there's someone trying to recruit you, bottom line. So most people slant to their advantage whatever that they're selling. You know, I found out many years ago that I could make it with anybody. And I had many years that I did field sales and I loved it. I would travel 1,200, 1,500 miles a week. But when I started doing telesales and I really got good at it, I tripled my production because there's so much windshield time in field sales. Windshield time is driving to the city that you've got to work leads, driving out to see the person, you know, and there's pros and cons about it each. You know, one simple one is that some people like talking to people face to face. Some people believe that's the only way that you're going to have good persistency. Then others believe telesales is the future. You know, again, we've been doing telesales for years. We love it. We love both. Me personally, I would not do field sales. I would do telesales. If you asked me today which way that I would go, I would work 40 to 50 leads a week in telesales, and I would issue over $50,000 a month in production. And I do that working 4 days a week. That simple. To write $50,000 and issue that being a field agent, I'm not saying it can't be done, but it's very rare that happens because just of the amount of windshield time in itself deteriorates how much you can produce, because you're going to spend a lot of time behind the windshield when you're out calling on leads. You know, telesales for us has tremendously helped our agents. It's gave even the field sales agents an extra bullet that if they needed to call someone, they didn't have to go back out. If for whatever reason someone was sick in their home and they needed to be at home a couple of days, they could get on the telephone and make sales. So whether you're a field agent 100%, you still need this bullet of telesales to go along with it. It would increase your production, just this one little bullet. We love both. Persistency is the same on both. Persistency is built by how the agent sells the plan. And persistency is built on how that individual has bought you. You're not selling the company. You're selling you. Whether it's field sales or telesales, people buy people. Yes, there's a product that goes along with it. But if that individual doesn't like you, they're not going to buy from you. It's that simple. And the sooner that you understand that you're the secret, it's not the company, it's not the premium, it's not the questions on the app, it's you. And the sooner that you believe that, the sooner that your production will go up. So which one's better? I would say they're equal. Which one's better for me? It's telesales. And you just need to figure out what you want to do. And what I would encourage you is don't do both. Yes, have that bullet if you're going to be a field sales for those certain situations, but don't do both. And I say that because of this. If you get on that phone and you go a week or two and you're knocking out sales, you're going to think telesales is the greatest thing in the world. What if it's the other way around? You're struggling. You're going to want to run back out there in the field. And you can't get on that seesaw. And what I mean by that is buying into one's better than the next. You've got to get into control of you, and you've got to sell you. And if you can control you and your work ethics and your mental mindset, the success will happen. But you've got to control you. And again, it's not the company, it's not the premium, it's not the questions on the app, it's you. I'll summarize it and tell you in a very simplistic way how to be super successful in the final expense business. And that is be at the first house at 9 o'clock on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Whether you're in the field or on the phone, 9 o'clock. And you work to 9 o'clock a minimum of 3 days that week. Most of the time, you have the production that you need by Thursday afternoon. But if you don't, then you may have to work Friday, might even have to work Saturday. And remember, when you're new, it's kind of like that saying that my grandfather taught me years ago about sharpening a knife. You got a rock and you've got a knife. And you just don't take that knife and go over that rock one time to get it razor sharp. You go back over it, back over it, and back over it. Same way with the leads. The more that you present, the better you get. So if it's slow, keep going, keep digging, keep after it. And I can assure you, if you'll do that and don't let anything stand in the way of 9 o'clock till 9 o'clock, a minimum of 3 days a week, you'll find success.